This is a true story. It happened to a friend of mine.
It's nothing you could have possibly ever thought of, but it's what they want.
What is now proved was once only imagined.
The time has come. Kill.
Will be alive, but very weak.
What's the matter?
You know very well.
Originator of chaos in the universe.
Impossible.
An angel.
Which was not going so well. But I wasn't intimidated, I was furious.
I have never seen a being who looks like this.
I think the problem with politics, media, and people's consumption of either is what Chou En-lai answered when he was asked about what he thought about the French Revolution. This was kind of a couple hundred years after it happened, and he said it's too early to tell.
We're limited in time and space.
He travels the land destroying the believers of magic.
Do you think those in the capital have finally awakened to the danger?
I didn't learn it at all. It comes naturally to me, like other curious things.
One thought fills immensity.
Never mind them. People are of no value. We could make more sometime, if we need them.
It is a quite involving piece of work.
Well, it's like we're standing on a giant stethoscope and it's shut off. So we're trying to create a heartbeat because we couldn't hear one. That's the real challenge. You simulate a heartbeat, and the simulation is never as good as the original, so we create a new definition of what the simulation is. And then from there we move on.
Had I the heavens embroidered cloths, enwrought with golden and silver light, the blue and the dim and the dark cloths of night and light and the half-light.
And they like it like that.
Are a cause of a lot of misery.
It acts as a parasite. It uses these organized systems for its own survival.
So is contempt to the contemptible.
The ancient secret of war. The key to creating hysteria, fear, God.
And so it's more like having a kind of warning system.
He who desires but acts not breeds pestilence.
There's been a war, and this land is lost.
Why can't we fight and win, Mommy?
Because they have weapons and technology. We just have love.
You know, if you get to a set and you already have doubts about the material, and you speak with the powers that be about the material, and say, could we just
begin to understand the nature of the relationship and how it functions, then we can develop strategies to cope with it.
That melancholy burden bore.
I have no idea.
And the best we can hope for is a truce. The alternative is that humankind, pleased to consider itself the pinnacle of creation, could fall victim to some drifting bits of genetic material straddling the line between life and death.
You seem to really love physically transforming yourself.
I played the two twin girls.
All right. I'll tell you, if you think you can handle it.
It's ephemeral, it's a living organism. There is a lot of kind of screaming.
And just waiting for the next living thing that they can grow in to come along so that they can infect and propagate themselves.
Drive your carts and plow over the bones of the dead.
And then the musicians play the piece, you know. And that can take a big toll.
In the air, in the water, in every living thing on the planet.
I will die today!
All about ducks these days. Keep thinking about bubble ducks. All about the ducks. I think about ducks a lot. All about the ducks these days. All about the ducks. Ducks, 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 ducks. Duckses and ducks. Duckses and duckses.
They wait in a crystalline form somewhere between life and death.
And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before.
It can also be grown in tissue culture and grows very well in tissue culture, but you can't produce enough tissue culture to make large doses required for industrial use.
Having a kind of negative power surge.
The probability is always 0 and infinity simultaneously. That's how it exists. That's the only way that it exists.
My quest began with a riddle. In 1,000 years, Gondahar was destroyed. 1,000 years ago, Gondahar will be saved. And what can't be avoided will be.
You never know what is enough unless you know what is more than enough.
We will neither join, nor hinder, nor help these two. We will wait and see. That is our decision.
Ride chariots in other dimensions. They didn't put horses in the furnace because they wouldn't fit. You build bigger furnaces so you cut the horses up. It's too much effort.